Hey everybody, welcome to Final Fantasy IV After Years Lunarian story. And we start off in Biron. I was actually planning to do this Monday, but then I fell asleep and I was going to do it Tuesday, but I had a sore throat, so I'm doing it today. And now there's Rosa with Cecil in their room. There's 3 beds there, so I'm guessing Theodore sleeps in the room with his parents. I don't know, I guess so. So we're talking about how he's out training on with the Red Wings, and Rosa's a little worried about him, but Cecil says, "Nah, Briggs and Wedge are with him. He's fine." Meanwhile, observatories. Now let's look through the telescope and see what is there. You know, like always, this is the moon. Yeah, so I wonder. Oh, it's the second moon. Oh, hey, that's what's on the cover of the Final Fantasy IV After Years thing. Fourth year of the title. Yeah, every title has a picture. Like Final Fantasy 1 has the warrior, and Final Fantasy 2 has the emperor. Oh, you can see it right there, the 2 moons. Ooh, the Crystal Palace. And we all know what's going on there. And we start off with a battle. Golbez versus Cecil. Nah, I just wanted to show you what weapon he has. In case you're wondering. And he's dead. I wonder why Golbez wasn't that easy in the Final Fantasy IV. I mean, when you fight Golbez, it usually takes quite a few hits. Plus, usually you need all 5 characters. Unless your Telon can use Meteor. Huh, empty sleeping pod. Wonder who that belongs to. I don't know, whatever. You know, we're gonna buy some things, you know, so I'm just gonna buy a couple of high potions just because the battles up ahead are kind of hard, just in case I need them. And over here you can heal, save. I'm not going to need to do that. So we're in the Lunar Subterranean. Don't know if I pronounced that correctly. And one thing you're going to learn about this area is that whenever it gets dark, that usually means you're going to get into a random battle, or a battle. It's not so random. But not this time. This time it was just a means to an end, I guess. That's a healing. That's a healing panel if you need to use it. I don't see why you would need to, because I mean you haven't really found anything yet. Another thing I should bring up though is the fact that all battles here are fixed. They're in the same place every time you go through here. They're fixed. Huh. I could go fight Ogopogo and get the Masamune was still there, but it's not there, so it's fine. Something that just occurred to me is that Golbez and Fusaya came through here in Final Fantasy IV by themselves. And they had no damage. At least none that I saw. Yeah, so there's no way you can go over here. So we'll just go backwards. Yeah, so you can go anywhere other than where you're supposed to go. That's the crystals. Oh, battle. So, Mammoth Tortoise and Fail Turtle. And we all know what kills turtles in Final Fantasy. Ice spells. That's your fighting Kanzo. Oh, and even Kanzo. Or Kananzo. Or... Dang it. I can't really speak Japanese names very well for some reason. One reason or another. Here you can heal, which I would highly recommend you do. And you can go up here and get an item. Phoenix down. So now you know that we get more than one party member, because why else would you get Phoenix Downs? Of course, I asked that same question in another game I used to play, and there was a good reason for it, but whatever. We won't talk about that game. Okay, this is probably the hardest battle, but you just use Blizzaga and you'll probably build and you'll wipe them out. Or you actually, I think you probably use any spell, but since there's a Magma Knight or Flame Knight, and they're the strongest creature on the field, I choose to use Blizzaga to make sure that it goes down. Yeah, they hit you a lot. Between each battle, except for one, I think, you have a place you can heal. Like there's a healing pot, or a save area, or something like that. See, like right here, save point. You know, one of those places you can do a 10 at. Do those things have a name? I think they're called save points, aren't they? Alright. Got a unicorn horn, and we can keep going. Yeah, so this is actually when the first time I played this game, I got a little stuck because I forgot you could go through those walls. I was like, oh, that's right. Yeah, we wasn't stuck for long, just a minute or two. Next battle. Okay, Ice Lizard, Black Lizard. It says most things in this game that are black are weak to fire. I don't know why, or not black, but purple are weak to fire. So we'll just hit them with Fire Spell. And the other one's a white lizard, so, I mean, ice lizard, so. Made obvious, fire beats ice. And water beats lightning, and lightning beats water, and... Well, at least that's Final Fantasy X for you. Someone brought up a point that, you know, why doesn't this game have a water spell? Because it doesn't. It just doesn't have a water spell. Don't know why that's really a big deal, but... He said that's why he didn't like Final Fantasy. That's one of the reasons he didn't like Final Fantasy IV was no water spell. And then I brought the argument, well, there isn't a fire spell in Final Fantasy V or 6, and then I remembered there was Aqua Breath in 5, and... I thought there was one in 6, though. Well, there was in the GBA remake, but... I don't think about this too hard. Just enjoy the game. Okay, Chimera. One thing that you want to do when you learn about chimeras is that they are very fast, but they are also susceptible to poison. So just use it also to kill the goblins and hurt the chimera, or whatever those things were. I don't know, not sure what they were. Yeah, I remember that being a lot more hurtful. The Frost Blast, but whatever. We'll keep going. And there's another healing pot over here. Yeah. Got a cottage. That's going to help later on because there are some really tough boss battles in this story. Actually, there's 3 boss battles, and they're all pretty hard. Okay, I think this is the last one. Yeah, this is the last one. And it's basically the easiest one yet. One thing to note about Golbez is that Golbez doesn't get affected by status ailments all that easily. Except for poison, he's pretty susceptible to poison, but other than that, I mean, confusion, sleep. He's also pretty susceptible to blind, but other than blind and poison, he's pretty good stepped against. Yeah, he will get hit with that status condition, but just not quite as often. As you can see, I just blocked it twice. And from what I remember, he usually doesn't get affected by much. See, like I said, he's not totally blocked. He's just... Yeah. That's fine, because now you're dead. Yeah, so just say with bio. It's bio. I like how bio works almost immediately when you choose it. Oh, Golbez's abilities. Pressure has a chance of paralyzing your foe, and taunt makes enemies attack Golbez if it works. I never used them because I never saw them all that great. So I think I did use them once, and it didn't work. I used taunt once. I never used pressure because I didn't ever see. Why would you want to paralyze your enemy when you can just kill them? And it doesn't work against bosses, so yeah. So you got to all the crystals, and they really won't make much sense not until the last story when you finally figure out what the crystals are all about. Oh, but we won't get into that yet. So what made the crystals red? That's something I'm not 1% sure about. I don't know what made the crystals red, but I'm not going to ask. I'm just going to let the game run its course. Yeah, so here's our next party member. You can probably already guess who it was. Fusaya. And just like in Final Fantasy IV, he has complete black and white magic spells. He's gonna be your designated healer. And he will attack, but not very often. Oh, he has Meteor still, which is nice. But I wouldn't really recommend using it because it takes so long to work, it really isn't worth it. He also has Flare, which is a pretty good substitute for Meteor. I mean, it's not as strong, but it works a lot faster. But it's still pretty slow to cast. And you've joined our party. Okay, so let's go ahead and heal. MP. On the other side, we can heal our HP. And I'm stuck on the wall. Okay. And now in this episode, just to get out of the Crystal Palace, if you want some advice, I would say level up outside the Crystal Palace. I'll go up about 2-3 levels. That's just my advice, though. Take it as you wish. See you later.